Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you've never been here before. I know it's been a hot minute since I filmed my last video, but I did warn you in the last video that it would probably be a while because, you know, newborn baby and everything. Life's been a little bit stressful, but I'm back doing what I love, making videos. So today I thought I'd just give you a quick, well, it's probably not going to be quick, when are my videos ever quick, but I'm just going to give you an update of what's happening in my life. I don't have anywhere for anyone to ask me questions because no one actually cares that much, but I've just wrote down like a few things, topics that I want to discuss with you guys. And Ari's actually having a nap at the moment, so hopefully I can get this video filmed. Probably won't get it edited for a while because it's very hard to do everything, but I'm gonna try and film this and then possibly film another video after this, so we'll see how it goes. Let's just get straight into the video. Okay, I've got a few topics that I've written down on my phone, just so I don't get lost rambling, even though I probably will, like I always do. But yeah, I'm just gonna start off with how I'm doing, because in the last video, or the one before that, I told you about my traumatic birth story and how I was thinking I was suffering with PTSD, and so I just wanted to give you an update on how my mental health and everything is going at the moment. So after that video, I definitely went on a downward spiral for a while. I had very bad postnatal anxiety. Wouldn't say it was postnatal depression, it was definitely just postnatal anxiety. And yeah, I couldn't really deal with my feelings. I'd never in my life suffered with mental health issues, so it was a little bit strange for me, just trying to deal with everything. So I did go see a psychiatrist. I had 4 appointments with them. To be honest, it didn't really do that much, and this is how I've always pulled myself out of situations and not got in a rut. It's in my own head. So yeah, she didn't really help me that much. I was paying a lot for the appointments and not really getting much out of it. But yeah, I pulled myself out of it in my own head. It's been about 2 to 3 weeks now that I haven't had any form of anxiety attack or anything like that, any panic attacks. It was really hard having a newborn baby and trying to decipher, I don't know if that's a word, but trying to like work out whether I was doing okay. I think that's like a problem that many new moms probably face, but I think it stemmed deep from the traumatic experience I had, where I had no choice but to have Ari not with me for that first week. Even though he was with me, I wasn't mentally there. So I felt like I was over, what's the word? It's like over compensating, that's it. Overcompensating, and I couldn't let my brain switch off at any point in time. Even when he was sleeping, I was getting anxiety thinking, is he still breathing? Like it was pretty bad. If he'd cry, I thought he was really sick and something was really wrong with him. And then like just people holding him, even like my best friend, like anyone holding him, I was just thinking like, are they gonna drop him? And I don't know if this is normal. Like, I know to an extent it's normal, but I was, I think, a little bit over exaggerated, definitely over exaggerated on how I was feeling. I was literally having proper panic attacks over the silliest of things that usually people could just probably get over it. I would just sit there and think about it and then think that I was doing bad, and I had to literally go and get him checked out by like a nurse or whatever, each time that I was feeling like that, so that I could have that reassurance, and then I'd feel okay for like a day and then it would start again. And like now I'm doing a lot better. So yeah, my mental health has gotten a lot better over the last 2 to 3 weeks. I haven't had any problems or anything like that. And I think that sort of runs into the next sort of topic, which is baby like bonding and knowing the cues of your baby. So like for the first 2 months, I'd say, he's almost 3 months, he's like 9 days off 3 months. The first 2 months I didn't really understand what he was crying for, what he needed, and over the last month-ish I have really learnt him. So I know that if he is crying for a certain reason, it's either like he's tired or he's hungry. One of the main ones that I didn't really get was when they scream because they're overtired. So if I'd changed his nappy, made sure he was warm, fed him, and then he was still crying, I was like, well, maybe I've eaten something bad, or maybe I've done something wrong and that's why he is crying. But it was just because he was overtired, and I've learned that in the last about month-ish. So I definitely say if you are struggling a bit with anxiety, as soon as you start to learn their cues, I feel like that's when it starts to get a lot more easy being a mum. And also like the sleeping, which is another topic I'll talk about soon, but like the sleeping when they go a bit longer stretches, if you're not sleep deprived, then it's a lot easier to try and get through your day, I guess. But yeah, so I've learnt his cues, which has definitely helped my mental health a lot. Yeah, and then bonding. So I don't know if it was because of what I went through in the hospital, I'm not sure, but I just always thought that as soon as you had your baby, you would have that bond straight away, because that's what everybody said to me. They all said, as soon as you see your baby, you'll be completely in love, your whole life like changes. And that's true, your whole life does change. But for me it was a little bit different. Like of course, when I had my baby, when I had Ari, I should say, when I had him and I put him on my chest, of course I felt that love and everything. Like I've loved him from the very start. But it did take me probably about a month or two to really bond with him. And that came with all the cues and everything like that. And when he started smiling at 2 months, I really started to feel like I bonded with him a lot more as well, because now I know he's happy. Like I can tell that I'm doing well because he's happy. Sorry if I keep looking over here, it's because I'm looking at him sleeping and he's so gorgeous. But yeah, so I think definitely when you learn their cues and they're not just, well, lots of people do like when they just come out, but honestly, personally, I've loved it since he started smiling and doing little giggles and stuff like that. I really have felt what people say about like it's the most amazing feeling of your whole entire life. And I don't know why it took me so long, I'm not sure, but I just want to normalize that, because I felt like I was a bad mom as well, because I was like just feeling like I was getting through every emotion and not feeling that deep internal love. I loved him always, don't get me wrong, I always loved him, but it wasn't like I was getting annoyed because I had to get up all the time. I was mourning my old life because I had such a fun life before baby, before Ari. I don't need to call him baby anymore. Before Ari, I had such a fun life, and I used to go out and drink with my friends and party and all of that stuff. And for some reason I thought when I had him that it would all go back to that, because obviously I spent the 10 months pregnant sober. But then I was like, oh well, maybe like when he comes I'll be able to go and like party and stuff like that, but it's not like that. Your whole life is changed. You are living for somebody else. You can't go off and get mega drunk, because then who's going to look after your baby? You have to be on your game all the time, and that's okay by me now. I was mourning it for a while there, like, but now I've realized this is my life and I'm so happy with it now. I'm proud of what I'm doing. I feel like I'm living, like what I'm living for is someone other than myself, and it's before, I'll be honest, I was such a selfish person, and now I feel like I'm not so selfish anymore, because I can't be. And it gives you a sense of he's so cute. It gives you a sense of like accomplishment, knowing that you are the one that's helping them in every stage of their life. And yeah, it took me a while, but I'm there. So that's why I feel like the bond took a while, because I was just like, I was quite grumpy, and like when like feeling like poor me for a while there. But like now I'm like, okay, it's not gonna change. You just got to learn to deal with it. And yeah, I'm absolutely loving it now, and we've bonded so much over the past like month. His little giggles and smiles every time he sees me. Even if he's peed all up the back of his clothes, I still wake him up, or he wakes up, and I go hello, and he smiles at me, gives me giggles. So yeah, I feel like that's definitely, do you see that shake? That's because a truck came past. But yeah, so that's another topic that I wanted to talk about. He just spat out his dummy. Oh no, he's got his eyes open. Hold on guys. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is sleeping, which is something that I definitely struggled with, and I'm still struggling with, and I feel like every mother struggles with, because it's like a form of torture. It literally is a form of torture, letting you sleep. And yeah, speaking about sleeping, he's awake, he's sitting right next to me in his capsule just staring up at me, so he could start crying in a minute, but he looks pretty content for the moment. So let's just see if we can get through the rest of this. Might have to pick him up, which is okay because I love cuddles. Anyway, sleeping. Yeah, everyone tells you when you're pregnant, get all this sleep in that you can, because you're not gonna sleep when baby's here. And you think about it, you're like, yep, okay, I'm not gonna sleep. But there's a big difference between thinking about something and actually going through that. And yeah, I loved my sleep. I still love my sleep. So it's definitely one of the big things about having a baby is you are not going to get much sleep. You're just going to run off bloody 2 hours sleep sometimes. But I swear you feel like you're superwoman, because you're like, how am I doing this? But you just continue on because you have to do it. Especially when you bring them home as newborns, no one tells you that, even if, because I thought maybe I'd have a baby that slept through the night, who knows, but no one tells you that that's not possible. Your baby has to feed at least every 3 hours when they're that young, so you're going to be up all the time feeding no matter what. Yeah, it's a lot. It is a lot, and like I said in the last bit of the video, definitely made me cranky for the start. And I was like, why do I have to get up? Why do I have to feed him? What the hell? I just want to sleep. I've just gone through something traumatic and I've still got to bloody wake up and feed. But it does get easier. It definitely gets easier, and we haven't gone through our 4-month sleep regression yet, so I might come back later and tell you how it's absolutely fucked again. Sorry for swearing, but at this moment in time it's gotten a lot better. He will sleep longer stretches now. He has day naps, and also, well, he's always had day naps, but he only ever had them on me. Now I can put him down. Also, I can put him into his bassinet when he's drowsy at night time, and he falls to sleep himself, which is a definite milestone for us, because he only ever slept on me, and then I had to wait till he was like dead to the world, and then I'd put him down to sleep once he was like snoring. I don't know if your baby should snore, but he snores. What's up, baby? What's up? Yeah, so sleeping's one thing that's like crazy, but I am getting a little bit more sleep now, which is good. It's hard when you have, I'm guessing, well, I know if you're a single parent it would be even more hard because you just literally don't have any help, but it's also hard when you have a partner who works every day. If I really need help, I can ask Chris for it, but I don't really want to, because I know he's getting up every day and going to work, and although I'm getting up every day and doing work, just not getting paid for it, I can have little naps and stuff through the day now. I can, and whatnot. So yeah, I just don't like asking him really through the weekdays. On the weekends he always lets me have a nap and stuff like that, so he's definitely there helping me with that. But yeah, sleeping is something that is a shock to the system, and if you love your sleep, just know that it's going to not be there when you have a baby. So yeah, you cannot be selfish at all when you have a new bub, and that's okay, because they're the most precious things in the world. As you'd see, I don't have my hair done properly, I don't have any makeup on, I don't have time for that. If I wanted to film this video, I had to get it done quick, and he's already awake and wanting my attention. Do you want my attention? Yeah? And I haven't even got halfway through this video, so yeah, you just have to be selfish, not selfish, and that's okay, that's alright. But yeah, okay, that's done. Let's talk about maybe me time. I want to talk about me time. So I feel like you get a little bit of guilt, like mum guilt, and I think other parents may also, like, not parents, just everyone may make you feel like this a little bit. And you're like, you feel like other parents, they don't want to send their kids off to anyone, they want to be around 24/7. And personally, Ari's been going to his Mimas, which is Chris's mum's, every Friday for a while now, and I crave that time. Like, I love that time, honestly. And I think it's healthy to have a little bit of a refresh, recoup, spend some time to yourself, do what you need to do. Do you want to get picked up or rocked? Picked up? Okay. Come on. Come to mommy. He wants to feature in the video. Ain't you, buddy? Oh, what's that? Can you dummy? Yeah, I think it's very healthy to have that time to yourself, because if you aren't 100%, well, you're never going to be 100%, but if you aren't on your game, how can you be looking after another baby, a baby like someone else? You have to be refreshed, and you have to feel good, otherwise you're not going to thrive at being a parent. Like, it's just as simple as that. And yeah, I don't know, I always just thought it was like, I think it's because of other parents and stuff, like I said, I always thought, oh, I can't send him off because, you know, I have to be there for him all the time. But that's not true. Like, he has family that love him and want to take care of him, and that's a blessing, honestly. So if you have people that want to help you, let them help you. If you have, like, if they want to come and clean your house, let them clean your house. If they want to take Bub for a while, as long as you feel comfortable with it, let them take him. when you first come home, if people want to make you meals, get those meals made, because there's nothing better than not having to worry about making your food, sorry I should say, or cleaning your house or anything like that. Don't feel guilty about wanting help. Like, it's a big job that you have to do 24/7 and you don't get paid for it. 24/7, 7 days a week, and you don't get paid for it. So yeah, if you want some help, go for it. And he's, like I've said, he's 3 months in 9 days. There's a truck again. And I'm actually thinking about maybe letting him have his first sleepover soon. And I know, again, other mums might be like, whoa, what the hell, it's so early. And that's what's making me hold off, because I'm feeling that little bit of guilt. But I'm like, oh, it doesn't really like matter, does it? Because if I'm refreshed and I feel great, then I can spend the rest of the 6 days of the week happy instead of grumpy, and it works out better for you in the end, doesn't it, buddy boy? Yeah, it does. So yeah, like, I definitely feel like me time is something that you should prioritize, even though some people don't have the luxury of having that. If you do, then definitely try and take that on. Like, let people help you and whatnot. Nothing to feel ashamed of because of that. Is that, buddy? And you like going and seeing your family. Yeah. And while I'm on that, I know that that is a nice segue into the next one, which is having visitors when you first get home, and like, that type of thing is something that some people don't want. They think that it's going to be really horrible having people, and they just want their own family time. And this is like an each to their own type of situation. I literally thought that as well. I was like, oh, I'm gonna let people come over, but I don't really want people here because I just wanted to be by myself. But then once people came over, that's a blessing, because I got to have showers when they held him. I got to do the dishes while they held him. Like, they can just hold him because they want to, and you can do the things that you haven't been able to do for a while. So personally, I loved having visitors over in the first few weeks. It was awesome, and I really appreciated it. And also, while I'm on that and him going to his Mima's house, it's definitely made me build a stronger connection with my in-laws. I think that they have a bit more respect for me now. I definitely have respect, not more respect, I've always respected them, but I have definitely a level of respect that I didn't have before, where I know that they care so much about my baby. So like, it's like a bonding experience for me and my in-laws that I've really enjoyed, because I've been with Chris for 10 years and I've never felt this close to them before. So I'm really enjoying that. And with my sisters too, because we didn't grow up together in the same house. I've always bloody loved my sisters so much, but I never felt like that really close connection with them. But now we all have babies, I feel like there's a topic that we can all talk about, and like, all gush over our babies. And now I feel like I was a pretty shit auntie for a while, because like, I sometimes maybe didn't show as much interest as I should have. I didn't realize how hard it was, and like how you just need some support sometimes. So now I feel like if my sisters messaged me at any point in time, I would drop whatever I was doing to go and help them. I would have done that anyway, but now I would do it very happily. Like, it's not like I have anything else on except looking after Bub anyway. I'm not going and partying and stuff anymore. So yeah, but like, now we have something we can talk about that we can all relate to. We have this group chat that we all message on all the time, and yeah, I'm just like happy about the bonding with my family. Is that right, baby? Do you like it too? He's just recently found his thumb and he's learning how to put it in his mouth. He gets a bit frustrated because he moves his hand away and then he's like, where'd that go? But yeah, he's learning. Are you, baby? You trying to get your thumb right now? Okay, so that was the next point. That was like family and having people over and stuff like that. Next one I want to say is being there for other parents, because like that segues in, so good at this segue thing, from saying being there for my sisters. Like I wasn't there as much as I feel like I should have been before, but something that I've taken like so much comfort from being a new mum is that there's been like a fair few new mums around at this time, and just connecting with them, even if like we haven't really even met each other in person, we'll message over Instagram or Facebook, and just knowing that you're not alone and there's other people going through the same stuff as you. And you know, if I'm up at night at 3 in the morning, I'll go and have a look and sometimes see when they were active, and they were only active an hour ago or whatever, and I'm like, okay, like you're not the only person out here doing this. There's other people and we're all in this together. And I think that's really important, is to, he wants to suck on my finger. I think that's really important, to make sure that you are there for other mums, and then you'll get that in return. And that's something that is really, really helpful. So yeah, I definitely recommend trying to connect with other parents that you have babies around the same age, especially if you're first time mums, because it's something that is just a shock. And yeah, it's just good to have other people there that you know that can relate to you. So yeah, definitely connect with other mums and stuff like that. Enough on that, we'll get into the nitty gritties. Okay, breastfeeding. Now this is definitely a taboo, but I don't know why it is a taboo. You just feel horrible. And so I breastfed for almost 3 months. I've still got milk a little bit, but recently I have started to formula feed, and this is something that like it shouldn't be a taboo at all. Like fed is best, not breast is best, fed is best. So definitely shouldn't be a taboo, but definitely is sometimes, or you're made to feel guilty if you aren't breastfeeding. And recently, yeah, I've stopped breastfeeding as much, and it's not because my boobs hurt or anything like that. It's simply because I didn't feel like my supply was enough for him. He wasn't gaining weight fast, and now I've got him on formula. I'm pretty sure is gaining a lot of weight faster. My camera's gonna run out, hold on. Yeah, now I've got him on formula. I feel like he's gaining weight a lot faster. He definitely is, like he's a little chubber now. He's doing like big smelly poos. They're definitely more smelly when they're on formula. And he does like burps. Hey, it's still there. He does the biggest, smelliest burps, honestly. They like smell like his formula. But yeah, I definitely feel like that's been the best decision for me. And I don't know why people make you feel like, oh, like they tell you all these things. Like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start formula feeding, and then I get told like, oh well, you know your supply is probably fine, like, or like he's just probably, because he was like starting to not want to latch on my boob and fussing and stuff like that, he's probably doing that because he's building your milk up and all this stuff. And it's like, okay, but like I just don't want to breastfeed anymore. And I don't know, everyone goes, oh, it's that bonding thing, but now that I'm not breastfeeding, I haven't felt closer to him. I felt so much more close to him since I stopped breastfeeding. I know how many meals he's getting and can see he's getting bigger and thriving. he absolutely loves having his bottles. He never pulls away from them. I think it made me feel worse when I was trying to breastfeed and I could tell that he wasn't getting enough food and he was pulling off my boob and not wanting it. And yeah, that made me feel worse because I was like, well, he's not thriving. Now I know he is, so I don't see why people make it out to be such a big deal. But yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving formula feeding and he's loving it. He's never looked healthier. He's obviously never been bigger. He just grows, but he's growing more rapidly. Ugh. We're gonna sit differently now, aren't we? Yeah. Yeah, so I'm loving it. Breastfeeding is a very difficult thing, and if you can do it for a long time, I praise you. Good on you. It's difficult. My boobs didn't hurt that much. Like, it wasn't about my nipples hurting and stuff. It was just everything else, like just not knowing how much he was getting and having to watch what you eat, because every time that I felt like he was like fussy and stuff, I was like, oh, did I eat something wrong? I don't know. You can have other people now feed him as well, which I love. If he goes off to his grandma's or whatever, or his mima's, I don't feel the whole time like, oh my gosh, when's he gonna need to have a feed next? I don't have to worry about trying to express my boobs and getting enough milk so that he can go off to them for a while. I just give them some powder and off they go. So yeah, I personally love it, and I don't know why it's made out to be such a bad thing. Some people can't breastfeed from the start and their babies are fine. So I don't know. I really don't know. So if you're a formula feeding mama like me, peace out. Yeah, I don't know. It's been great for me. Breastfeeding, formula feeding. Hey Baba, you love it. You love your bottles. Yeah, you do. Okay, let's quickly go into sex life and relationship. I won't touch too much on the sex life because that's pretty private. I'm not one to be private, but I know that my dad now watches these videos and my nieces and nephews watch my videos too, so I'm not going to go graphic into that. Probably not appropriate. But I just wanted to say about sex life, it's definitely different than what it was before. I'm still quite tender. I had an episiotomy where they cut you, and I had to get stitched twice. So yeah, I think that's obviously why. He's 12 weeks tomorrow and it's still tender, but we have done it. And yeah, you just have to like make sure that they're respectful, which obviously if you're in love with your partner, they should be respectful to you. And yeah, so that's just basically all I'm going to say about that. It's different at the moment, still healing up, but yeah, we did that at 6 weeks and we've done it since. And don't be scared to do it, especially if like you know your partner's going to be respectful to you, and if they're not, like, why are you even with them? Yeah, all right, that's all I'm going to say about that. But we'll talk about relationships with your partner. This is another thing that's probably quite private as well, but I guess everyone probably goes through the same type of thing, so let's just talk about it. It's definitely a strain, I won't deny that, and if you're not strong in your relationship, it might break you. Having a little bub, Chris and I have been together 10 years, probably said that already, but we're definitely very strong, and it's still put a bit of a strain on our relationship. Both of us just feeling like hard done by. Like, well, Chris feels like, oh, I have to work, and then I feel like, well, I'm working all the time, la da da da. But you just have to be open and honest, communicate. But yeah, it's definitely something that can put a strain on your relationship, but you just have to be open and honest with each other, communicate with each other, and don't be selfish with each other's feelings. Like, take into consideration that you're both tired. Help each other out as much as you can. Don't feel hard done by all the time. Think about the fact that instead of, like, what we've decided to do is, instead of sitting there and going, oh, why can't he get up, or why can't she get up, or whatnot, you have to just think like, my baby needs me right now, so I'm going to help my baby. Like, yeah, and just make sure you're communicating with each other. And that's something Chris and I have always been really good at, and I think that's why we've lasted so long, is because we can get pissed off and annoyed at each other, but we're really good at talking about it and also taking each other's feelings into consideration. And it's not all going to be perfect. No relationship is perfect all the time. You got to take the good with the bad, otherwise it's not going to work out. So yeah. Do you want a tummy tippy bottle? Do you want a tummy tippy? Yeah. Yeah. Alright, my last topic I'm going to talk about before I wrap it up is body image. And I have talked about this in another video before, that I have always struggled with my body image. But I think, well, what happened after the hospital, I lost all my weight straight away, and that's probably because I lost half of my bloody blood count. That I got out of the hospital, and since then I've been eating. I haven't been working out or anything. I don't have the time for that. So yeah, I went from a size 8 to a size 12. I'm now size 12, and that's like the biggest I've been. It's not massive at all, like, don't think that but just personally, like, it's like bigger than I've been. And I'm okay with that at the moment. Like, I'm nourishing my body, I'm a mum, like, I don't need to be a size 8, like, what is that anyway? I'm alright with it. Like, some days I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, I wish my stomach was flatter, but yeah, it is what it is. I'm happy with how I am at the moment. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm happy with where I am at the moment. It's just about learning to love myself every day. My body went through a lot to get my baby here. No one's gonna judge you, you've just had a baby, like. And I think if people are judging you on your size anyway, like, are they proper friends or whatever? Like, I don't think so. So hey, we're almost done. This is the last bit. But yeah, so body image, do little jumpies. Body image, yeah, I'm alright where I am at the moment. I don't really mind. I just went out and bought some new clothes. I feel bomb as fuck in them. Yeah, and I might get back to how it was one day, I might not, but it's fine. I don't care. Whatever. What's meant to be is what's meant to be. Now, I've got to go make this little rascal a bottle. Maybe put him to sleep. He might not go to sleep, but he only had a 15-minute nap before. So I'd like you to go to sleep if you could. Mummy will film another video. May as well film 2 while I've got a little bit of motivation. If I can, if he doesn't scream at me. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. Definitely rambled on too much. That's just me in my videos. I'll try and film more. I really miss uploading. I really miss editing. I know no one likes editing, but I actually love editing. Even though it's probably going to take me like a week to edit both of these videos. Boo, 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 boo. I actually love it, and this is like my passion, so that's why I make them. I only have like 140 subscribers. I'm not trying to get YouTube famous. I'm literally just making videos because that's what I like doing. So I'll definitely try and do it more because I love it. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. I'm gonna go make this little rascal a bottle, and I'll see you in the next one.